Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca Whitman, helping you go from burned out to balanced, beautiful, and abundant. And on this show, we're about aligning, not the hustle and grind. So we have an incredible guest on the show today. Welcome to the studio, Shelly Lefkoe.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited about this one.
Oh, good. I'm so thrilled you're
Yeah.
here. And I'm going to tell my audience about your amazing background. Shelly is a highly sought after speaker, coach, and the co-founder of the Lefkoe Institute, where she has spent over 30 years helping people eliminate the limiting beliefs that hold them back. Through her transformative program, she's impacted tens of thousands of people worldwide. Shelly's book, Hitting the Wall, Eliminating the Beliefs That Sabotage Your Business and Your Life, was an Amazon #1 bestseller. Her Lefkoe belief process helps entrepreneurs, parents, and business leaders unlock their full potential by overcoming their limiting beliefs. So, Shelly, your first book, Hitting the Wall, what does this mean, hitting a wall, especially for the people who listen to this show, the high achievers? What would that mean for them?
Thanks. Hi. Okay. Hi, everybody. So we're going to do a deep dive
Yeah,
and
let's go.
let's go. So, hitting the wall is when you're stuck. You just feel stuck and you can't get unstuck. And you've done all the things. You've done affirmations and you've gone to a coach and you've done this thing and that workshop. And you can't, you're still stuck. That's hitting the wall. And in my book, I talk about watering all the plants. And that's why I said I'm so excited to be on this show, Rebecca. And I love what you do. Everybody should run and give her a 5-star review immediately. Because you only have one life in this body. I don't know about past lives or any of that stuff, but in
Yes.
this body, you get one life. And the workaholism, and I'm going to tell you exactly what workaholism is and how to get rid of it.
Oh, good.
But if you had a lot of plants, on your in your backyard or on your deck, and you would never water just one because obviously the rest would die. And yet we have this career plant that we're watering to death. And the plant is vibrant and you're successful and you're wonderful and you're making lots of money, except your relationships are not juicy and hot and vibrant. A lot of you may not even spend time with your kids. You don't have hobbies. You're not doing recreational things that bring you joy. You're not watering all the other plants that need to be watered. And I'll tell you, that is one of the things that my work, was when my husband died 9 years ago. And
So
was,
sorry.
thank you. He was the most extraordinary human being. This process that I do came through him. It is the most powerful, brilliant thing I've ever seen to help people make change quickly and permanently. And I didn't know anything about running a business. I'm the people girl. Put me in front of it. People have fear of public speaking, which we work with. Put me in front of 10,000 people. I'm good. But run a business, shoot me in the head. It was like, oh my God, I'm going to starve to death. And so I had to I play pickleball 7 days a week.
Good for you.
Totally. I go out with friends. I have a very juicy life. And my business, which is a legacy business, it's my heart, it's my soul. I love what I do. That plant gets watered. And I learned how to do it. And I got rid of the beliefs that kept me from knowing I can do this. And I tripled the business. But I water all my plants. And I don't want anybody to look back at your life and go, what was that? Like, what was that about? So I'm going to let you ask me questions, but I'm going to talk about what a belief is, what a pattern is, what the
Sure.
difference is, what beliefs underlie workaholism and burnout.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about how to get rid of them.
It's funny that you teach that don't water one plant, because my teaching, I'm also a coach. I teach that there are 7 pillars of abundance: spiritual, physical, emotional, romantic, mental, social, and financial.
Yes.
And to have a level 10 in all these 7 areas as a way to prevent burnout. Because if you're hyper focused on one thing, you become a gymaholic, a love addict, a gambling addict, a shopaholic, or a workaholic. So let's dive into workaholism.
Yeah.
What are some of the patterns or limiting beliefs, or if do you want to define pattern versus limiting beliefs?
Yes. Yes. And
workaholism?
I also want to say, even though we're going to talk a little bit about workaholism,
Yeah.
relationships, all of that stuff
Yeah.
is the same. So first thing is, a pattern is what you want to change. Workaholism is a pattern. So the patterns are either behavioral or emotional. I can observe you working a lot. I can observe you not speaking up for yourself. I can observe you pleasing people. I can observe you not having healthy relationships. So patterns are observable. Behavioral, emotional patterns. I can see that you're depressed. I can see that you're anxious. So you can see a pattern. A belief is a statement about reality that we hold as the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Beliefs are what cause patterns. And when you get rid of the beliefs, you get rid of the patterns. You take a pattern like fear of public speaking, which is very, very common. And there are 10 beliefs that underlie that pattern, right?
Yeah.
We used to say, if we can't get rid of it in 4 sessions, we'll give you your money back, because it's so easy to get rid of. But those are, and a belief would be something like, and I'm going to have, before I tell you this, I want you to all just take a deep breath. And I want you, no matter how much work you've done, no matter how successful you are, I want you to get out of your head for a second and say this out loud. I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
Now say, I'm a monkey.
I'm a monkey.
So when you said I'm not good enough, when you said I'm a monkey, it probably feels silly, right? Or it feels just ridiculous. When you said I'm not good enough, did it feel the same or different?
It felt terrifyingly true, because I've been working on this limiting belief for a long time. In fact, I've come up with an affirmation. So your work is going to be my missing link, because I have an affirmation. I am enough. I have enough. I am willing to set myself free. And I say that to myself a million times a day to work on that limiting belief, because I'm aware I have it.
Awesome. So here's what my feeling is about affirmations. And if it works for you, just don't listen to this.
No, I know you're going to go deeper. So this is good.
Here's a belief. Okay. So first of all, if you said I'm not good enough and it doesn't feel good, it is because you have it. Because I'm not good enough are just words, right? So beliefs, you have beliefs about yourself, life, people, in the world. I'm not good enough. I'm not important. I don't matter. I'm not worthy. Okay. The beliefs about relationships don't work. Men are selfish. Men only care about one thing. Life is hard. Money is scarce and hard to get. So we have beliefs about everything.
We're in a recession, any of the things.
Say that, I'm sorry.
We're in a recession.
Right, exactly.
All of that. Yeah.
So most So most of our beliefs get formed early in life, most of them in our childhood, and self-esteem beliefs always with our parents. And I'll tell you in a second very quickly how they get formed because it's very illuminating for people. But here's the thing. A belief, I'm not good enough, is here. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what workaholism is in 1 minute.
Yep.
Now I'm going to say an affirmation. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. You can't put something where something already exists.
Yes.
So if you get rid of the belief, now I have space to create anything I want.
Yes.
Okay. So all the stuff that people tell me they do is not getting rid of this, which is what you want to do, because once you do, freedom reigns. Okay. Now, here's how beliefs get formed. We come into this world. We don't know if we're good enough or not. We don't know if money is scarce or abundant. We don't know if life is hard or easy, right?
Right.
Now, for those of you listening who have children, what are your children? Do you have children, Rebecca?
I do not. Stepchildren. But yeah.
Stepchildren. Okay. How old?
20, 23.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, you look so young.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to say little guys. Okay. So here's the thing. Every child, I have a client, I swear, in Saudi Arabia. It blows my mind. I have just got a new client in Kuwait. I mean, everybody has the same beliefs.
Yeah.
That's what's so insane, right? So every child alive wants three things: affection, attention, and acknowledgement.
Mm-hmm.
And every child alive asks one question all day long: why?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I getting criticized? Why can't I live up to my parents' expectations? Why am I not doing well in school? Well, I guess I'm not good enough. Why is my mom looking at her iPhone while she's talking to me? Why am I not getting attention? Well, I guess I'm not important. And I'm going to explain in a little bit why beliefs don't go away with most things that people teach you and why mine does. Okay. So we conclude things based on what happens to us when we get here. And here's the juice. Okay. This is everything. It is impossible to not believe something you think you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody said to me, Rebecca doesn't like bright pink as a color, and well, that's, nobody would believe that, right? And even if you don't know Rebecca, you never met Rebecca, you know she likes pink. She likes bright, beautiful colors, right? Because you saw that. You believed in Santa Claus for 8 years because you think you saw Santa Claus. And the moment you got that you didn't, the belief goes away. So we think, I saw life was hard every day of my life. No, you saw your parents struggling.
Mm-hmm.
But life is hard doesn't have a color, shape, or location. You can't see beliefs. That's the power.
So
Okay.
how do we get rid of, well, I know that's part of the exercise. I like what Abraham Hicks says. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again that forms a groove in your mind, and now it's a belief.
Okay, that's great. And I love Abraham, but what are we going to do with that?
What are we going to do with it?
So I'm going to one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about workaholism first, but at the end, I'm going to give you a link to eliminate a belief for free because I don't have enough time to take you through the process. I'd have to come on the show one more time and I could do that for the whole 45 minutes. But
we'll have a part two.
We'll have a part two. I've gotten more podcasters as clients It's my new niche is podcast.
Everyone whose podcast you're on becomes, rich and in love and happily ever after living their best life.
Hilarious.
You can
Okay,
come on my podcast once a week. No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
So
Okay,
here,
so what is workaholism?
okay, workaholism. When you're little, you come into this world, you get criticized, your parents, and it could be anything from minute, like rolling eyes or, oh, come on, or how many times do I have to tell you, to the extreme of being beaten and being abused physically, emotionally. My favorite population in the world is sexual abuse survivors. I can help sexual abuse survivors become free in a way that no one, it is the most satisfying thing I do.
Beautiful.
So workaholism. I'm not good enough. I'm not important. My parents are working all the time, or they're busy all the time, or they just don't give me attention. I'm not important. So now I have this belief, and I don't want to go through life with this belief. But when I'm about 12 or 13 or 10 or 11, what do I get acknowledged for? Achieving things. And I call it getting A's and getting goals, scoring goals, metaphorically, getting A's and scoring goals. So now I conclude, what makes me good enough, what makes me important is achieving things. Now I have to keep this beach ball underwater. And as long as I'm working, as long as I'm achieving and achieving and achieving, I had a client, I talk about him a lot.
We're going to take a break for a quick commercial. Let's come back. We're going to talk about this client that you helped overcome workaholism. You are listening to the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca Whitman, and we're so glad you're here. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am interviewing best-selling author Shelly Lefkoe. She was telling us about a client that she helped overcome workaholism.
So he called me one day and he said, a friend recommended me. And I said, what's your issue? And he said, and this was many years ago when $10 million was a lot of money. Today they're talking about billionaires, right? Yeah. But he said, I'm worth $10 million. I'm on the cover of business publications. I don't know my children. My second wife is ready to divorce me. When is it going to be enough? I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
And he kept promising his kids he was going to come to their events and come to their shows and their plays and their games. And then he never showed up. The beliefs, there are a few beliefs, but the main ones are, I'm not good enough. I'm not important. What makes me good enough or important are my achievements. And to say you are a human being, you are not a human doing. When my husband died, Rebecca, and everybody listening, there were 100 people at the celebration of his life. Every single one of them that I let speak before it got too long said he was the most loving man I ever met. Wow. He was present. Two people, in fact, somebody's taking me out for my birthday lunch today.
Today's your birthday?
No, it was Sunday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. But she said she was at his memorial, and my friend Raz, and they said, I knew him 40 years, and I never heard him say a bad word about anybody. My daughter stood up and said, I not only knew I was unconditionally loved every day of my life, but to never feel judged. That was my father. Nobody talks about your achievements. It's the least interesting thing about you.
So true.
Yeah. So getting rid of the beliefs give you a life. Beliefs about relationships. There are no good men out there. All the good men are taken. Men are selfish. There's no conscious men out there. Those beliefs, men leave me, of people, women whose fathers walked out when they were kids. I'm not what men want. Men leave. If your parents struggled, your workaholism might be driven by your money beliefs. If your parents struggled, or, it's funny, my book is about, it always makes me laugh. My book is written because somebody heard me speak, and he said, he was a serial entrepreneur, Vanya Premian, and he said, now I know why my clients don't listen to me. It's beliefs, It's like, it's the economy, stupid. It's like, oh my God, we got to write a book. So we wrote this book because he works with entrepreneurs on entrepreneurship. What are the beliefs that are in the way? Now, the truth is, it could be for anybody, but I was the most unwitting entrepreneur you'll ever meet in your life, right? And so you can see that there are all these different patterns that keep us from having the life we want. To play pickleball, it's like the best thing. It's fun, it's social, it's exercise, it's outside, you're getting sun, it's fun, you're learning, your mind is always working. I highly recommend it.
They say people who play racket sports live 10 years longer than the average person because they're using their body, they're using their mind. It's cardio, it's muscular, it's social. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
So I know that you say we've inherited a lot of these limiting beliefs from our parents, maybe some even from our ancestors. Maybe it's like epigenetics. These beliefs are like in us. So how do we get rid of them?
Yeah. So I have a problem with that whole. In fact, I just did a video about this, about ancestral stuff.
Okay.
So here's what happens. Your mom is married to your dad, and your dad is abusive and horrible, and she allows it. And you look at that and go, oh, men have all the power. Oh, relationships don't work. And then your daughter comes along and sees your husband, who's the same, or your partner, and they conclude the same thing. And that's how these patterns go from generation to generation. And these beliefs go from generation. We don't inherit them, we interpret them. Because if you came into this world and you saw two loving people having respect and dignity, treating each other with dignity and respect, who had fun and laughed and had deep conversations and, and had independent lives, you would say, wow, that's marriage.
Yeah.
So I don't care about I'm not big on the ancestral aspect. Okay. And it's irrelevant. Yeah.
Babies are blank slates, like you said in one of the videos I watched about you. Babies are blank slates, and they pick everything up. A lot of things are not taught, they're caught. So how do we get rid of the
I love that.
You can steal that one. How do we get rid of these beliefs that we caught as a kid, age 0 through 5, before we even realized what was happening?
Yes. So the first thing we do is we look at a pattern. What do you want to change? I get into shitty relationships, or, I'm free.
Let's pick a common one. There's a lot of women listening to this podcast. So let's say, I'll always be alone.
I'll always,
or maybe what's another common one around romantic love? I'm
not lovable.
There you go. I'm unlovable.
Let's assume you had parents who were not affectionate and didn't show love and didn't express love. And so you come to me and you say, Shelly, I just have a hard time feeling loved. I pick men who don't, or women, we're talking to women, okay? I pick men or other women. So I want to include everybody.
Yeah.
I pick other women or men, but I pick romantic partners who are not loving, and I stay in the relationships, or I get out and keep picking them again. Okay. What do you believe? I'm not lovable. The worst belief, the only belief that makes people cry, no matter what, if they have it, is I'm not worth loving.
Mm,
Right?
that is heartbreaking.
Now, I want to switch. I want to talk about I'm not good enough because it is the most, is that okay? It's the
Yeah,
most,
yeah.
everybody I work with has I'm not good enough.
I
And
think everybody has it. Yeah, it's a good one.
so let's do I'm not good enough. Okay.
Sure.
So I'm not, you come into this world, what happens? So you come to me, you say, I am afraid to start a business or I'm afraid to whatever. And I say, what do you believe? And you don't know. And I help you and we get to, I'm not good enough. Now, where did that belief come from? You weren't born with it. It came from when I was a kid, my mom, my dad, my whatever, my parents criticized me, whatever I did, it wasn't good enough, or that's generally the source.
Mhm.
So then we have you go through what's another interpretation? What else could explain the fact that you didn't always live up to their expectations? So one is parents have unrealistic expectations for children. They expect children to get straight A's. And I say to them, did you excel at everything? And they say, no, of course not. No one does. But you
Right.
expect your kid to. Oh, so one interpretation is your parents had unrealistic expectations. Another interpretation is my parents thought they were empowering me by criticizing me. They thought they were teaching me and didn't mean I wasn't good enough. They just had no parenting skills. They did not know how to empower me. So one of the most common beliefs people have, despite reading every business book on the market, is mistakes and failures are bad. So parents don't know how to say learning opportunity like we did with our kids. When they make a mistake, they get yelled at. So we all concluded mistakes and failures are bad. So another interpretation is my parents had no parenting skills. And even if your parents thought you weren't good enough, that doesn't mean it's true. And maybe you weren't good enough as a kid, doesn't mean you won't be good enough as a grown up. So we get people to see if there are other valid interpretations that would explain the events. Is what you said, I'm not good enough, the truth or one interpretation?
One interpretation.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, doesn't it seem like everybody just do this with me? Doesn't it seem like as a child, you saw I'm not good enough? Like you could point to it.
Yeah.
Did you ever, now remember, anything you could see, I'm holding up my phone for those of you who are listening, has a color, shape, and location. Yes? Did you ever see I'm not good enough?
No.
No. What did you see?
Disappointment, criticism.
My parents, and even criticism, like your parents could say it was just feedback, right? But you could see your parents yelling at you, getting upset with you, saying what's wrong with you. You could see getting certain grades in school, but you cannot see I'm not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So if that wasn't out there in the world to be seen, where was it?
In my head.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You made it up.
Yeah.
Boom. Now, here's the icing on the cake. Then I ask a question, and this is why I work so well with sexual abuse survivors. I'm not minimizing what happened to you. I'm not saying it was fun, and I'm not asking you if there were consequences. Some of you got beaten, some of you got sent away, locked in a room, terrible things. But what does it really mean that your parents criticized you or whatever happened to you happened to you. Now, I'm just thinking about this break that's coming. So if somebody, I'm going to walk you through something really quickly.
Yeah.
If you're in a room and someone you know comes in and doesn't speak to you, what might you automatically think? Everybody do this with me. I want you to engage with me.
I would think they are an unfriendly person, an introvert, something like that.
They're unfriendly. And some of you said they're rude, they don't like me, I did something wrong, they didn't see me, whatever. Where did that meaning, they're unfriendly, come from? Don't overthink it.
That they don't like me.
But where did that come from? Where does meaning come from?
The meaning of them not talking, being unfriendly, that you're supposed to be friendly.
But where did the meaning there? Everybody gave
it to them.
Beautiful. Meaning is in your mind.
In my mind, yeah.
Meaning is in your mind. I'm going to say it one more time. Meaning is in your mind. Events don't have meaning. Another way of saying that is we don't know anything for sure because something happened. Right?
Yeah, things just happen and we assign the meaning and then we make up a story around it. And that's what forms our limiting beliefs.
Yes, but that's what forms. So I'm going to make another distinction. So I want to give you an example. My husband died. It was devastating, you guys. I loved him. He loved me. But it doesn't mean I'm going to be alone forever. I'll never be happy again. I'm going to starve to death. My business is going to go under. We don't know anything for sure because he died. Now, but this is very important. I'm going to finish the process and then I'm going to explain the difference between beliefs and meaning.
Let's finish this quickly and then we got to do our commercial break and we'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to end the process. So what does it mean that your parents criticized you? And the answer is nothing. Now, doesn't it seem, this is the last step, doesn't it seem like those events made you feel not good enough?
Yeah.
Can events that have no meaning make you feel anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. If you're walking down the street,
The meaning. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the meaning you give events that produce a feeling. If a man's walking down the street and it passes you, it has no meaning, you won't feel anything. You give it the meaning he's dangerous, you'll feel fear. You give it the meaning he'll protect me, you'll feel safe. The man walking down the street doesn't make you feel anything. The meaning you give it does. So what made you feel not good enough? The meaning you gave the events. Now, everybody close your eyes and imagine giving the same events different meaning. Imagine thinking, oh, my parents have unrealistic expectations for a child. And my school sucks. It's traditional education at its worst. I'm really smart. I'm just in a stupid system. And as you're giving the same events different meaning, do you still have the feeling you're not good enough?
No.
And if you didn't then, would you today?
No, definitely not today.
Good. Now, when we come back, I'm going to tell you something very exciting.
Oh, I love this. So we are going to cut to a quick break. You're watching the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant show where we go from burned out to balanced, beautiful, and abundant. And we'll be back very soon. Welcome back, everyone. I am talking to Shelly Lefkoe. She is an expert at helping people overcome their limiting beliefs to live into their greatest potential. And she's about to drop another nugget on us. Shelly, what were you going to say?
Okay. So the difference between, I know I'm giving you a lot, you guys, but that's
You'll have to listen to this episode. Stop, pause, take notes, hit play. Like, it's a very rich episode and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for what you do, Rebecca. It's so awesome. Just so awesome. Really, really. I always say I don't blow smoke up people's ass. I'm from New York.
Thank you.
Okay. So Beliefs get formed in the past.
Okay.
Meaning gets formed in the moment.
Ooh, okay. Wait, let me process that. Beliefs get formed in the past and meanings get formed in the moment. So let's unpack that.
Okay, so the meaning you give events usually comes from your beliefs. Simple example, if you believe dogs are dangerous and a dog comes into the room, you'll give it the meaning he's going to bite me and feel fear. If you believe I just bad things happen to me and a client doesn't return your call, you give it the meaning they're going to fire me. They're going to not want to work with me anymore. So our beliefs that are formed in the past result in the meanings we give today. Now, here's the gift I want to give you. Any time you have a negative emotion, see, I can't teach you to walk away learning how to do the belief process, right? I'm going to give you an opportunity to do it, but I can give you this takeaway that's usable, but you have to practice it. We have a course coming up where we teach how to do this. And in 10 weeks, I swear, Rebecca, people come away like gurus. They don't fight with their spouses anymore. They don't get stressed anymore. You know, we've done research, by the way, on all of this, good research.
Right.
So anytime you have a negative emotion, stop and ask yourself, I'm going to give you 2 different ways to do this. What just happened? My client called, didn't return my call. What meaning did I give it? They're not going to work with us anymore. What else could it mean? Come up with one other meaning. So what else could it mean, Rebecca, that they didn't return the call?
They got distracted.
They were busy. They got distracted.
Well, I like this because I'm the type of person that when people don't return my calls or texts, it triggers abandonment anxiety like you wouldn't believe. And this is definitely something that is speaking to my heart because I'm like so meticulous. Not always, I'm not perfect, but I try to return calls and texts within 24 hours if I can, 99% of the time, because it hurts me. But I'm like, why would these people want to hurt me? But they're not even thinking of hurting me. They just get distracted with their life.
Or they think they don't matter. Or they're thinking of a new way to work with you where you're going to even make more money.
Right.
Right.
Or they're thinking of a referral. But I make up the meaning that maybe it goes back. I've done a lot of 12-step work around fears and core beliefs, and I've drilled mine down to 2, and you probably hear these a lot. I'm not good enough is my number 1. And my second one is there's something wrong.
With you or just there's something wrong?
With like whatever's going on, like there's something wrong. Somebody doesn't return my text.
There's something wrong.
There is something wrong. They don't want me to be their coach or they don't like me. Or there's something wrong. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, we also have, so let me finish this.
Yeah.
Important. So what happened? My client didn't call. What meaning did I give it? They don't want to work with me. What else could it mean? Come up with one other meaning and then get the fact that they didn't call has no inherent meaning. We don't know anything for sure because they didn't call. Now the emotion goes away. The anxiety goes away. My husband walked in and didn't kiss me hello. What meaning did I give it? He doesn't love me anymore. He's having an affair. What else could it mean? He had a hard day. But the fact that he didn't kiss you has no inherent meaning.
That sentence, what else could it mean, can create so much freedom for me and the people listening to this podcast. Just that one sentence there. If that's all you take away, what else could it mean? There's a lot of freedom behind that question.
And then if you take it one step further and you get, so the way my husband, did a TEDx talk called How to Stop Suffering, where he talks about this process. And the way he did it was, what happened? My partner didn't kiss me hello. What meaning did I give it? They don't love me anymore. Where is that meaning? It's in my mind. It's not in the events. There is never, here's events, here's meaning. The meaning is never inherent in the events. And people say to me, until I give it meaning. No, after you give it meaning, the events, if you were listening and not watching, my fist is the events. I'm pointing to my head. That's where the meaning is. The meaning's in my head. It's not in the events, right? So
Yeah.
if you make that distinction, then the emotion goes away, and then deal with it. Don't deal with it. It's up to you, but you're not coming from anxiety, fear, disappointment, because when you're coming from emotions, you all know this, you're not as effective,
Yeah.
right? We're way more effective when we're coming from our truth. I don't like when you, I wish you wouldn't. I would appreciate it if you would kiss me hello when you walked in. Did you have a hard day? Are you having an affair? That's fine. But it's not coming from, are you having an affair? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just like with workaholism. Oh God, I have to finish this project. Really? That's meaning. I have to, in order to what? If you finish it tomorrow, if it never gets done, guess what? You will survive.
The world will not end.
It won't. Now, saying
People
that
get
is not powerful.
addicted to the feeling. There's a high, I think, for workaholism where they get like a high off that. Oh my God, I just got to get it done. I got to get it done. I got to get it done. Can you explain that?
What makes me good enough is working hard or achieving things.
So they're
See,
addicted to the feeling of feeling good enough, which they get from their workaholism.
Because otherwise the beach ball comes up. See, it's very simple.
It's
What-
insidious because they want to be a good parent and show up to their kids' recital.
Yes.
The stronger limiting belief is I'm not good enough, so I have to achieve. And that's a stronger desire than showing up for their kids' recital, right?
I don't think it's a stronger desire. That's when people say, if you really cared, you'd be there, which makes me so sad that people say that. If you really wanted to lose weight, you would lose it. You know, if you really wanted to do it, you just do it. No, beliefs are very powerful. If you believe, nobody wants to walk around feeling not important. That's a sucky feeling. So if what makes me important is achieving things, that's what makes me worthy and valuable. That's what I have to do. So
You
I
have
can't
to.
go to, you have to.
Yeah.
We call those beliefs survival strategy beliefs. There's core beliefs and survival strategy beliefs. The way to survive is to keep my mouth shut, because when you were a kid and you opened your mouth, you got in trouble. Don't rock the boat, right? The way to survive is to hold on to money and not spend it. Because when you were a kid, you saw you were poor, or, you know, felt like your survival was at stake. So our beliefs drive us. Self-esteem beliefs drive how you feel about yourself. Survival strategy beliefs drive your behavior. And when you do this work, what you get is you look at the pattern, and, you know, in the book, it talks about specific patterns, specific beliefs that underlie specific patterns. But when you get all those beliefs, and I tell you, I can get rid of fear of rejection in one session, and that you'll never have it again, ever, ever. Abandonment and rejection are and anxiety. Those are the three easiest things for us.
That's my greatest hits.
Greatest hits. It's everybody's greatest hits. But, you know, I want to say one last thing. We live in a very, very, very crazy time, right?
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the one most important belief in the whole world, the one that changed my life. What makes me good enough is having other people think well of me.
Yes, caring too much about what people think.
When I got rid of that belief, you guys, I got my life, because in this podcast, where's my attention? It ain't on me. I don't know what I said. I cursed. I'm like, oh God, my focus is on you 100%. Why? Because I'm okay. I'm not perfect. I'm open to feedback. You can send me things saying you said this or you offended me. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect, but I am fine. I am good enough just the way I am. Now, when I got rid of the belief, and that was the belief that ran my life, that voice in my head was like, yak, 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 yak. What is she thinking? What is he thinking? Did I wear the right outfit? And did I say the right thing? Oh my God, it was exhausting. When I got rid of that belief, I spoke in front of 600 people in Croatia, and everything that happened could have happened. I dropped my scarf. I forgot my talk. It was just like, and it's on you. It's all out there for everybody to see. You know, it is what it is. I have to tell you one last thing. I got a Google alert, and I like wearing sleeveless clothes, right? And I work out a lot. So,
Woo, look at that.
but I have that, which is horrible, but I don't care. I like wearing sleeveless clothes. I have good shoulders. I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at some comments under a video, which I never do. I just didn't recognize where I was speaking. I said, what is that? And this one person wrote, well, I'm glad she's confident enough to wear a sleeveless dress. And you guys, there was not a blip, not a bump. Like it was just, wow. Now I know what movie stars go through, and that was it. I'm not going to not wear sleeveless dresses because somebody thought it was whatever. So that belief also runs workaholism, because you're worried about what's this one going to think and what's that one going to think, and what if I don't fit? What if it's not perfectionism? Another one, what makes me good enough is doing things perfectly.
So that is a sentence to finish to help you figure out your limiting belief. What makes me good enough is blank.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Then you could get your survival strategy. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to eliminate a belief for free. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
So if you go to my Instagram, Shelly, Shelly, Lefkoe, Lefkoe, I'm sure she'll put it Rebecca will put it in the show notes, at Shelly Lefkoe, and write Breakthrough 27. It's my birthday, my lucky number. Breakthrough 27. And we will send you an opportunity to eliminate a belief for free, and something else which it escapes me at the moment.
We're talking about eliminating belief for free, and we were also talking about survival strategy
beliefs.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so you just want them to DM you Breakthrough 27, and then you'll send them the form to overcome their limiting beliefs.
Yep. So it's not a form, it's a video. It's my late husband, and you'll interact with the video, and you can eliminate. Now, if you want to eliminate any belief other than I'm not good enough, just substitute the words that he's using when you do it. And then if you want to work with me, you can write that, on my whatever. But we also have a program that has 19 self-esteem beliefs, including mistakes and failures are bad, including what makes me good enough, is all those. If you want to do it in an interactive video, it's very inexpensive. We want people to have opportunity, we want people to have access to this. This is a business that is on this earth. Our mission is to help people live as the unlimited possibilities that they are.
Beautiful. And is there any other way to get in touch with you? Do you want to share your website?
Sure. Lefkoeinstitute.com, Lefkoe institute.com. And you can go to eliminate belief for free.
We'll put it in the show.
Eliminatebeliefs.com. It's eliminatebeliefs.com.
Okay. And send me the link so I can put it in the show notes as well.
Yep.
Everybody, this has been a very powerful episode, one that you're going to want to go back and listen to and take notes. Thank you so much, Shelly Lefkoe, for being such a dynamic guest and having such a great framework that is really changing the world. I mean, wow. If people could overcome their limiting beliefs and feel free to be their authentic, beautiful selves, what a world we'd have. One person at a time. You're doing it. So that's amazing. And I'm on a mission to help people go from burned out and overwhelmed to balanced, beautiful, and abundant through aligning their life in these 7 key areas, because life is just so beautiful when you live through alignment, not the hustle and grind. And until we meet again, keep your vibe high and magnetize. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for listening.